Hello and welcome to Beyond the Corporate Hangover with me, Emily Derschler. If you are a woman in your 30s or beyond and have left a lengthy spell in corporate to set up an online business and are feeling stuck, I'm here to help. In this podcast, we'll be digging into what it takes to go from employee to entrepreneur and build an amazing business that showcases your unique expertise. We'll look at the challenges women face, those limiting beliefs and behaviours from our corporate life that keep holding us back, and I'll provide practical ways to help you move forwards as a confident business owner. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, worried or confused about how to make your business a success, and you want to shake off the corporate hangover, tune in every fortnight. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Beyond the Corporate Hangover. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling so much more relaxed today because having got episode 1 out the way, I feel like, yeah, I can do this, I'm all over this, it's all good, and I'm not going to fall over my words at all in this episode. That's wishful thinking, but we're going to give it a go anyway. So it's really good to be back, and I hope you enjoyed the introduction. We're now going to head over into some kind of more serious stuff. And I was thinking for quite some time about how to approach these episodes and what order to put the episodes in. And I wanted to start therefore with something that affects us all right at the beginning when we first leave corporate, and it's something that can be really, really unsettling, and it's the lack of structure. So this is a particularly strange part of leaving the corporate life. So obviously you've got the elements of, you haven't got the consistent revenue coming in, and you haven't got the team around you anymore. But there's something about structure that is so embedded in us as humans that when that's gone, it's a really horrible feeling. So we're creatures of habit as humans. We love routine. Routine makes us feel safe. It makes us feel comfortable. And the same goes for being in a corporate environment. So while it is really important to recognise that being your boss is incredibly rewarding, there are some things that actually, when you leave the corporate space, that you lose can be quite hard. So this feeling of structure is one of those, structure and routine. So think back to your corporate life. You had fixed hours. You almost certainly had fixed meetings on a monthly, weekly, possibly even a daily basis. You may even have had a fixed lunch break. And within the course of your day, you probably also had fixed tasks that you needed to complete. All of these things create the structure, and they give you a sense of normality to your day. Now, whether you loved your job or whether you hated your job, that sense of normality is really important, because as soon as that's gone, you start to flounder a little bit, and it's an enormous mental load, and the energy it consumes is huge. So suddenly, overnight, literally, everything's gone. You've gone from having a really structured and ordered calendar to no meetings, no one dictating almost your movement, no performance targets or KPIs. There's no structure at all. You are on your own. You will have a feeling of, yes, this is amazing. I can do what I want and when I want to do it, and it's all going to be great. Trust me, that will wear off, because you will realise that the rug has been completely pulled out from under you. You are now responsible entirely for building your own routine, for filling your days in the best way for you. And how do you start that? How do you even know what's important to do at this point? Because suddenly there is no marketing department, there is no accounts department. There is no HR or public relations or whatever other departments you may have had and may now need, ideally, in your business. You are all of it. You are doing all the things, you're wearing all the hats. You have to do and be everything and everyone. So, heck, now what? So, a lot of people will take this attitude of, I need to be busy, I need to fill my days, I need to be productive. Now, being productive is great. Filling your time is not necessarily being productive. And this is why I have a bit of an issue with so-called productivity hacks, because I don't think they work for business owners, if I'm completely honest. It may sound controversial, but that is my thought. Because not everybody thrives on time blocking every hour or using the Pomodoro 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off technique. To me, that makes it seem like I'm revising for an exam. And it's just not the way I like to work. Some brains don't operate that way. And forcing yourself into I need to be busy from 9 to 5 with an hour for lunch mindset may be fighting your natural instincts and creating more stress rather than less. And I would imagine one of the main reasons you left corporate was to have that sense of lower stress, more freedom, more time, more energy, all of those great things. But you've just taken something from your corporate life and implemented it into your new business life. It doesn't work. And so for me, the answer lies within you. And this is not a question of being disciplined and being busy all the time. The key is about setting intentions. So what do I mean by this? Well, this is a mindset shift because, as I've said, staying busy is not necessarily a good thing. And staying busy and moving your business forwards are not the same thing either. So you could spend an entire day tweaking your website, reorganizing your digital folders, watching tutorials, rewriting your LinkedIn bio for the umpteenth time, and still have not done the meaningful work that really matters. Tasks are easy to fill a day with. We've all got tasks that we can be getting on with. But deciding what actually deserves your attention is a lot harder, especially when there's nobody else setting the agenda for you anymore. So it's really important to be mindful of the difference between doing stuff and doing meaningful work. And the other really important thing is that when we're in a traditional corporate environment 9 till 5, we just have to keep going. We have no real choice. But when you're working for yourself, you will realise that your energy isn't consistent across the day. Some people do their very best thinking early in the morning, and others hit their stride at night. Some can do 2 hours of deep work and then need genuine rest and reset time before they can think properly again, and others do prefer shorter or longer bursts. Now, I recognise that we all have lives, maybe children, activities that we do outside of the 9 to 5 as was, all sorts of other responsibilities, which means we can't necessarily work at 11 at night or 5 in the morning, and I totally get it. But it is still helpful to understand where your peaks and troughs are so that you're not trying to do the really big stuff when you know that your confidence, your mood, your energy is at its lowest. It's just not helpful. So being a business owner gives you the freedom to experiment and to do the important work at a time that is more suitable for you, rather than at a time when your manager or your team needs you to. So by setting yourself intentions, just coming back to that, you are setting yourself up for the day or the week ahead, rather than focusing on filling a gap. And intentions are, I will do this. I will have this completed by the end of the week. Great. That's your intention. What are the specific tasks that you need to complete in order to make that intention happen? Forget the noise, forget the tweaking and the procrastination and the perfectionism, forget all of that. What needs to happen? What specifically needs to happen? The other thing I want to just kind of hone in on, just very briefly, is in general, beware repeating the patterns you left behind. What often happens is that people leave corporate desperate for freedom and then end up rebuilding the same pressure that they faced then into their own business. Overscheduling, measuring worth by output, treating rest as something to feel guilty about, and endless people pleasing. Running your own business is an opportunity to rethink all of that. It's a way to do meaningful work, to use your energy well, and to create structure to feel grounded. It's a voyage of discovery. There are so many twists and turns, but it's important to recognize what helped you then and to take what doesn't and cast it aside. I really hope this has given you a little bit of food for thought when it comes to what structure and routine means and how much we do need it, but we need to rethink what it looks like as business owners. You will come to the point where you are developing your own structure and your own routine, and it'll look different to somebody else's. It'll look completely different, and that's okay. Do it your way, do it in a way that works for you, and good luck. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.